We're going to examine the various tabs within the print dialog box. I should point out that the tabs and options available depend on whether you're printing to a PostScript printer or non-PostScript or PCL printer. A PCL printer driver gets the information from the video display driver and it's rendered to the printer. It's also referred to as a GDI or graphic device interface driver. Now, a PostScript will interpolate what is on screen and send it to the printer as PostScript code. As far as the print dialog boxes are concerned, the PostScript driver in CorelDRAW has one additional tab, and that's the PostScript tab. Let's take a look at the tabs for the non-PostScript printer first. From the File menu, going down to Print, I want to make sure I selected the device that's a non-PostScript device. Now my fax uses a non-PostScript printer. So I'm going to change this to my fax. Here we have the ability to access the actual properties for the driver itself. I can set the page orientation and print range. I can select current document. If I have multiple documents opened up, I can select here, this, and below this, I can select the documents that I've opened up that I want to print. I can also dictate the number of copies here. For each page, I want to print and create a print style. I can select the print preview. By clicking on this icon, it will open up a little mini preview for me. Close this, and on the color tab, I can select either composite print or separations. With separations selected, I can see individual path plates on the print. I can also access color management as well. If I select the composite print, the tab I select here changes. I can go ahead and here. I can choose document over print, trapping, screen frequency, and that sort of thing. If I come back to the color tab, you'll notice if I select separations, it'll change to a separations tab. Click on separations. Not only I have access to this information, but I can access the individual plates and choose either I can print them or not. Next, on the layout tab, I have the ability to dictate how this file is going to be printed, whether I want to fit it into page, or maybe I want to reposition this to a certain portion of the page. Then I can certainly do that. I also have the ability to select the tile pages. I can set the size, the scale factor, number of tiles. And so this allows me to make that what normally would be an A4 or a letter size and print that out across 6 or 8 pages if I wanted to. On the prepress tab, I can invert my image or I can mirror it. I can see the registration marks, the print file information. And that sort of thing. Here I have no issues. So In this particular document, this is my pre-flight tab. If my image resolution is below the prescribed DPI, some sort of thing, I also have color correction enabled for non-PostScript devices. So I can select any of these and add them. Say, give OK. Okay, the issues will appear here if that crosses the parameters given there. Click on the gear icon. It allows me to set the various warnings that I want to set up, or either show them or not show them, and go ahead and cancel on this. Now we're going to look at print merge and print preview dialog. We looked at the mini print preview, and there's no need to discuss right now, but we will discuss the full print preview in a moment. We will take a look at the print merge. Print merge feature has been around for a couple of decades in applications such as word processors, although you might not have known that graphics applications also have this capability to use this type of feature. In CorelDRAW, you have been able to use it for at least 20 years. Print merge allows you to take a database information, usually names, addresses, and merge them with your design. Before we see how it's done, we need to prepare our document. I'm going to create a new document. I'll accept the default sizes. And I'm going to import my artwork. Go ahead and import. Maybe just click here, just copy and paste from here, Control C and Control V, and right like so. Now I'll use the autofit option. I can go here and click autofit, and with the 2 mm outline, I'm going to F4 to the document. I'm going to open up the print merge. That's done in my file menu. Print merge. Here I can create or load merge, print merge. In here I'm going to add a column. The column will be numeric. I'm going to give a number, numeric, num. And a format I want to use will be having 3 zeros. And the next starting value is going to be 0. I'll deselect continually increment. Ending value is going to be 100. So I'm going to actually be printing 100 of these tickets. When I click add, it's going to add the columns for me. It's simply a matter of clicking on finish. In my print merge options panel, I can insert the selected field and I can put this piece of text in here. I'm going to take this insert selected field and make this do that. Take up my this and move this and make this 16 point tab, and I'm going to leave this at Arial. I want to rotate this as 90 degrees. Now I'm going to move this position here, and this will become my ticket number. I can make it white. And make sure this is center justified. And press E for even. Now I have an option either to merge or create a new document. I'm going to copy this, Control D, and I'm going to take a copy here as well. Make sure it's at the center. Okay. Now I have the option to either merge or to a new document or to perform print merge. I'll select perform print merge. And right out here is going to give me multiple pages. Instead, what I want to do in this print merge, and set new document very quickly. Apply. Merge to a new document. It's going to create 100 pages, right, like so. Now it comes to print, and I'm going to close this off. I'm going to select File, Print. Print dialog box, I'm going to have this select preview, and this time I'm going to select large print preview that I mentioned earlier. I have the ability to lay out multiple objects in here. Before I do that, I'm going to select on this gear icon. That's going to bring me back to my print options. Here I'm going to select XPF Documents Writer and click on Settings. Here I'm going to choose Advanced. I can select my paper size, maybe say 11 into 15. It's preferred as a tabloid. Give OK. And I want to select the title landscape, and I'm going to click OK. Apply the changes, and as you can see, it kind of expanded a little bit. And simply go give OK. Now that closes off my options panel. Now we have something called position layout. Now in the position layout, one of the basic steps in pre-printing process, it consists of arranging print pages on a printer sheet in order to obtain faster printing, simplified binding, and less waste of paper. In position is affected by a few variables. That is finished page sizes, number of pages, how CorelDRAW pages are placed on the printing page, finished or binding. That's how the publications would be assembled. Now, as this is a fairly simple project, we really don't need to worry about any of that. I'm going to simply click on the position tool, and here I have the ability to dictate how many rows or columns I want here. I can select 3, and I'm going to give 6 columns down. Now if I click back my pick tool, you can see these tickets have come up here, laid out. And more importantly, you'll see the numbers, all the sequence numbers have reduced down to 6. The 101 ends here. Simply a matter of printing the out and then cut. You'll also see that I have a number on different pages, right up to the final 100 tickets. Okay. And I'll cancel this. I'll close this without saving it. Now let's take a look at another use of a print merge feature. Say we have a new music store coming up, and the owner has asked if we can do some business cards for their employees. this project, I'm going to open up another file. Contain print. Something like this, and from the file menu I selected open here to open up this. I'm going to file, print merge, create and load. Here I'm going to load merge fields. I've already seen how to add a column, dictate whether it's text or numeric. If I had selected text, then it can give me a column name, and then I can add all the information for various records for that. I have the records already created and saved in an RTF file. I'm going to hit cancel, select import file, and choose this. Open. And as you can see, it has 10 records here, right here. Simply a matter of clicking on finish. So open up the menu that we have seen before, and you can see that I have a couple of different fields in here. So the first one is name. I'll select the name and insert selected field. And then the last one is the extension. Next one is title and the extension. Let's move this apart. Now it's time to reformat this information. So under my name, I'm going to drop down to the maybe 18 point. And title, maybe a little bit smaller than that. And anytime you're doing a card with names and titles and dealing with text, it is important to have a center justify. So that way you have a short name like Steve Jobs versus Christopher Stefanski or something like that. It will eventually space that properly. So I'm going to select this and center to all these text. I'm going to make this a 12 point. Select the title. Give 12 point. And then what I'm going to do is this piece of text, I'm going to click and drag. Undo that, right click and drag and release. I'm going to copy the properties of this here. Attribute side dropper, copy the properties here. Okay. And I'm going to place this, say here. Okay, its top align is properly done. In case it's not, you can just select this too and give a T command to give a top align. This one I want to leave it at left justified and give a little space to that. Okay, so I'm going to zoom to entire card, press F4, put this aside. Now I can position my name and the title a little bit better. I'll just go here and give it a 10 point. Name, I'll put this here, and title here. It's going to be way too much here, so I'm going to just give a center name here. C or P, maybe. P would be a proper center. Alt Shift, give this up, and this one P as well. And now I'm ready to print. But just a side note, any changes I make to these elements here will be reflected on the card. So if I change a font here, say I could change it to Montserrat, it will give me the Montserrat font. Let's maybe Montserrat. Maybe I'm gonna give it a medium. So that's that. I can do a number of things here that will reflect on the actual card itself. It's just simply a matter of clicking and merge to a new document. So it took the information in that RTF file and added it to the card. Let's rectify if all of them are placed properly. Go for it, make sure it's properly lined up, names are correct. None of these files are going off the edge of the page or anything like that. You can close this off and file print. Print. Again, I'm going to choose my XPS document writer. And I'm in portrait. Print preview. And I want to go and lay this out, print preview. I'll click on my pick tool. You can see that I have multiple cards, 10 cards right here. Now if I wanted to, I can go into my settings in the pre-press tabs. We have seen that tab already. I can add a crop, fold, or marks. I'm going to apply that and give OK. It's giving me crop marks and that I need when I go to the cut. Also, if I wanted to position in the layout tab, I want to see the gutter here. It can be easily done clicking on this icon. Set the gutter between pages. I'm going to leave it as it is, go back to my preview, and it's a matter of simply printing. So with a little panning, normally will give you a fair amount of time. It can save you money and by printing as well. If you don't have a high quality laser and are looking for laser printout, just print it to a PDF file. Take the PDF file to your local printer center. And you can just go ahead and give this up. Multiple stacks all in one page. This is going to give you a rather proper cutout, marks and everything. All the cards in one page. Say if I want these two of these, and I let's say I'm going to decrease. Go here, maybe click here, 1. It's going to give you 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5. You can also reposition this in case you want to as well. So it has created 2 of these. As you can see, it kind of took the information from here and made them two copies on each page. I'm going to close this, cancel this. I don't need this for now. No, okay. So now if I want to create a print merge without a document RTF, I can do that as well. I'm going to have to create one from the scratch. So I can go here, go to print merge, just close this, all of these documents, no, save. and this one as well. So just go ahead and open this file again. Just gonna forget the print merge thing. Now I'm gonna go to print merge, create load, print merge. Okay. Now what I can do is I can manually do that. Add column. So name here, name. Click add. Add column one more time. And here I'm gonna add maybe title. And I'm gonna add. Okay. So now I'm going to click on the plus sign down here, and that is going to add the number of fields here. So the name is Murray James. I'm going to double click here. Murray James. And it's a head manager. Okay, I just missed out the name here. Maybe I'll just delete that, add one more time, double click. Head manager. Can add multiple of these. Okay, double click here. Click here. It's not opening up record here. Okay, now it opened up. Here it's Murray James. He is the double click here. Okay. He's the head manager. Next, click here. Sam Beasley. And he is the junior manager. Let's just give it JR manager. So next is going to be back Mary. Click. Is a fireplace installation. I need one more, so total 5. Nina Scott, the office manager. And finally, Fletcher Foster Fletch, a chimney mason. Now that we have all the records completed, I can simply click on the Finish tab. Now before I enter these fields, I'm going to have to delete this and insert the first field. Import selected field, title, insert selected field. Now I'm going to just bring it here, press P for center position of the page, and bring it down to maybe 15 points. Again, center. Title. It's going to be a 12-point title. Bring this a little bit closer. We want to give it 10-point again. Okay. Here's center. I'll change this to Century Gothic. Century Gothic bold. Okay. This is central line, and this one is central line as well. And this one is Century Gothic. Normal. Okay. Select both of these. Center. Bring it down a bit. Okay. I can do a merge to a new document. And there I have all my fields done right like so, properly. I can go ahead and print this. Finally, got file, print, choose this Microsoft XPS document writer, go to print preview, set this to column, maybe add 5 of these. So maybe I want to keep the copy of 5, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and 5, 5. Go ahead and we have option here of editing gutter. We want to give a gutter here, 0.1, and that's that. I'm going to close that. Can apply. Didn't apply, right? So okay, here go to settings. Okay, and you can go ahead and print this right like so. Cancel. Now we will be looking at other ways to save time by customizing your workspaces.